Matchup for you now in a freestyle division. 138 pounds is the weight class. Troy Steiner, his first time in the finals, 28 years old, from Madison, Wisconsin. 92 world champ at 136 pounds, fifth-ranked wrestler in the USA, taking on Shawn Charles from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, third-ranked wrestler. His first time in the final as well. It's Steiner in the red and Charles in the blue.
Their last meeting, Charles defeated Steiner, and that was at the 1997 World Trials in the mini tournament. Mini tournament being all of the people who don't win here at the Nationals got to compete against each other. That winner then goes against the winner here of the Nationals, and that's what these two are battling for, is that really great position going into the World Team Trials.
It's really a big advantage to be seated top and not have to go through the mini tournament, get beat up, and you can wait, you can watch who you're going to wrestle, see what they're doing. It's a tremendous advantage. They're really fighting for that.
Shawn Charles wrestled 4 times to get into these finals. His first 3 matches won by technical falls, all 10-0, and then he had to go into overtime to defeat TJ Jaworski.
Shawn Charles wrestling for the Sunkissed Kids. Troy Steiner for Team XL, and colleges represented here is Arizona State and Iowa. And of course, Troy Steiner has a twin brother here, Terry Steiner, who will also be in the finals.
It's really a vindication for the effort that they put in. Both of these guys have trained so hard since college for almost 8 years now, 7 years, and they've really hung in there, competed well, but haven't reached this level, and they've done it this year.
And for everybody in the United States, these two, the Steiner twins, are from Mandan, North Dakota, went to Bismarck Century High School, where they did very, very well and excelled at Iowa. And even in a state like North Dakota, you can produce great champions.
Both of the Steiner brothers working at the University of Wisconsin wrestling program as well.
Oh, what an arm throw. What an arm throw by Charles. That's worth 3.
That's a 3-pointer, and that was, I was just about to mention, the Steiners, both of them have to worry about a perennial slow start to all their matches. They can find themselves down quickly.
Yeah, they're grinders, and their conditioning level is what one of their main assets, but that was a key mistake because he didn't want to get behind that far early.
And that puts him in the position that he's got to at least get to the tie by the 5-minute regulation mark. It's one thing to give up a 1-point move, but a 3-pointer really puts you in the hole.
Yeah, he can't count on an 8-minute match now. If he didn't let him get to 3, he could have more time to wear him down, and he's in a big hole.
Well, now Steiner goes low and gets the leg, but can he do anything with it? He's got both ankles of Shawn Charles now.
Well, the situation he wants now is get the 1-point takedown and go directly to the turn.
And they stop it because of a potentially dangerous hold. They do give him 1 point for the takedown, but Shawn Charles screamed out in agony as Steiner had both ankles and then tried to turn around and face his opponent.
I think as he turned, he might have pulled his hip out a little bit, or his lower back.
Well, there you see Troy Steiner from Team XL and the aching Shawn Charles. They're working on the hip, the back part of it, and maybe just try to stretch him out. And there was some muscles going the way they have not gone before. And we'll be back and we'll check on Shawn Charles, but we'll return to Lake Buena Vista, Florida, continue this matchup at 138 pounds. Stay with us.
I didn't really see anything illegal about that. I mean, we had those. It was weird. I've never seen somebody bring the ankle across their own back like that. But he wasn't trying to torque it. It's just all that pressure had to go directly to the lower back.
I think it pulled his back and hit.
Shawn Charles seems to be okay as he has shook off that slight injury that he suffered against Troy Steiner. 138 pounds. We have 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. It is a 3-1 lead for Charles, with Steiner on the top in the red and Charles in the blue.
And what Steiner wants here is an opportunity to turn Charles and put himself right back in this match with a 2-point gut wrench. He has the opportunity now. He's got it locked up.
He lets the gut wrench go and it goes up top now to the chest.
You can hit the gut wrench from directly below the armpits all the way down to the hips in Greco-Roman or in freestyle wrestling. Greco, you really got to be careful how far down the leg you go. But now he's got an arm trap. Steiner's in a great position now to turn Charles.
Oh, he's a little bit too close to the edge to really execute the technique, and he kind of made a key mistake. He went towards the trapped arm, and he really needed to go away from it.
I was surprised at that as well. I wonder if he was trying to throw Charles off with that, but Steve Bernhardt, our referee, does blow the whistle as they are near the edge, and so they restart. A minute 53 to go. It's still Charles up 3-1. Charles does have enough points to end this in regulation should he hang on. Low shot by Steiner.
Steiner's pretty relentless with his attack. He's going to come after Charles, and it's difficult. You get frustrated when you never can get on track and use your own offense, and that's going to be a takedown right there.
Should be, yeah. No signal yet.
I think Charles got a...
There's the 1 point.
There's the one. Charles got ahead a little bit, and he's maybe back on his heels more than he needs to be. He needs to keep the pressure on, keep active.
And we see that in all of sport. When you get a big lead, suddenly you change the way that you're competing, and that isn't necessarily the best formula for success.
Shawn Charles was one of the USA wrestlers who went on that historic trip to Iran in February. Sure got some great exposure over there. He's hoping to make the world team to get back to Iran where the World Championships will be held.
Also, he was part of the Central Michigan coaching staff. Central Michigan finished ahead of Michigan State and University of Michigan at the NCAA National Championships, and Charles is a big part of that.
And there you see Troy Steiner walking around, and again they're working on the back. Looks like the lower spine area, the small of the back of Shawn Charles. Earlier in the match, it was twisted by Steiner, and he seems to have aggravated that injury.
He seems a little bit concerned now. He's only got 28 seconds left of injury time, going down to 25, and once he runs out of that, there's no more.
So if that bothers him again during the competition, he cannot take a timeout.
Charles does have the lead 3-2 right now on Steiner, and so this is a critical time, and he is up and ready to go. A minute 11 seconds left. At 138 pounds, the finals for the national championships, and now Charles has the ankle of Steiner.
Great counter by Steiner. Yep. He's known for that. He almost gives you the ankle, but then he plays that whizzer so well, and when you reach to go behind, pulls your arm up, neutralizes the hold, and gets away. Oh, he's not going to get away from that.
What a great shot by Charles. 1 point takedown.
Just caught him a little flat-footed.
And again, that's because Steiner was looking to attack. You leave openings when you get too aggressive, and Charles waited correctly, took advantage of it, and that might be a key point in this match, putting it away.
40 seconds to go. Charles in blue leads 4-2.
Charles can now give up a takedown and still win the match, so he has plenty of options on how to kill the remaining 30 seconds.
And now Troy Steiner in his first national finals.
Oh, again.
Has some work to do, and he opens the door again to Charles. No point given yet.
Steiner's trying to get a tilt here. He's trying to hook up on the leg and lift the backside of Charles up in the air and try to take him over his back. That'd be a 2-point move. Oh, almost got it going there.
Does Steiner have the muscle? Does he have the time? Final seconds.
Oh, and the referee broke it.
Well, Steiner looked up and had given up on that shot. With 4 seconds to go, they start right off the bat, and they tick it down. And Shawn Charles, his first time in the finals, defeats Troy Steiner by a score of 4-2 here at 138 pounds. And a big 3-point move by Charles early in this matchup, held up, and he's your national champion.
To fall behind that early, it's tough to play catch-up, especially that much. And you saw that Steiner can put points on the board, but he wasn't able to put enough of those one-pointers up to overcome that initial 3-point move.
And that move was the key to the match. As Shawn Charles picks up his hardware, and here's how he did it.
Beautiful arm throw. You see him whirl on the arm, got his hips nice and low, gave that little pop, and Steiner had to come over the top. Exposes back in the process from the feet to the danger area. 3-point move. Great technique.
4-2 win for Shawn Charles. He is down with Jim Shear.
Shawn, it looked like you really wrenched your back there on that single leg takedown he had. Has that bothered you quite a bit?
Yeah, I think he strained something in my back. And then he's real good at that knee jerk where he gets my leg turned up, and he's putting a lot of pressure on my back the whole time, every time he got on top. So.
Do you think the experience that you gained on the trip to Iran this winter helped you for this tournament?
Oh, a great deal. I mean, those guys, some of the toughest competition I've been to in my life. I mean, I have nothing but respect for the Iranians and how they train the wrestlers, and definitely helped me to win this match today.
Well, congratulations on winning your first national championship at the senior level.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back to Lake Buena Vista,